Okay. Okay. So, can you hear me there, Nick?
I sure can, Ronnie. You got me?
Yep. Okay. So, just doing a bit of a test here.
Yep.
Yep. That's good?
Very good, mate.
All right, cool.
Good.
Hello everyone, welcome to NBL1 women's coverage. It's the final round of the season, and as we come to you from the Kingross Sports Centre, it's the Hobart Huskies taking on the Waverley Falcons. Ronald Riggs with you here in commentary tonight. And no JB, as I usually would go to him right now, but we have a special guest commentator in. He's a former development coach with the Cairns Taipans, now resides here in Hobart as Basketball Tasmania's Southern Development Officer here in Nick Martin. Nick, welcome to the NBL1 coverage.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's really good to be on the games tonight. I'm definitely excited, and I guess as any good coach would, have gone through and done a bit of a scout of the teams this week, and look forward to, I guess, giving you a coach's perspective on tonight's matches.
Yeah, we look forward to it, and we're looking really forward to your insight tonight. So Waverley have got a lot to play for. They need to win in order to keep their top 8 chance alive. They hold 8th spot at the moment, while for Hobart, they're just going to play for some pride tonight, trying to finish the season on a good note. Yeah,
I think, an important game for both teams still, I believe. If you're Hobart, this is the game this kind of defines your culture. How are you going to go about stuff being the last game? Do you, just roll out there and go through the motions, or are you ready to step up and still put a game on, for the fans that are coming out tonight? And then, as you mentioned, Waverley, the hottest team in the competition at the moment, won 6 straight. They're finding form in a really good time of the year, and a really important road trip for them. They basically need both wins to lock themselves into the playoffs. So hopefully should be a good game tonight.
Let's hope so, Nick. And some news coming out over the last half an hour or so that Nikki Green will not be suiting up tonight. We haven't found out an official reason why, but we are understandably knowing that Nikki Green will not be suiting up tonight. So that's a big loss here for Hobart.
Yeah, I think most definitely, her and Jen Schwat, their other import, out, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the likes of Ellie Collins, Shana Thompson, Taylor Roberts. They're going to have to step up and get the job done tonight, and they're going to rely on some girls who maybe haven't played as many minutes over the course of the season. They're going to have to step up and show that they can get it done at this level for the Huskies to be competitive tonight.
I was going to say, what have you seen, with the Huskies and the NBL1 is concerned to you? I know you're busy with obviously developing our juniors here in the state, but do you have time to sit back and see some of the NBL1 coverage? Yeah,
definitely. I've been to a couple games down here over the course of the season, and have been an avid watcher on YouTube, and have enjoyed listening to you and JB's commentary when I'm not here in person. I've been watching, I guess, from afar for the most part, but I think it's really good, the NBL1 and the coverage that, I guess, just that extra level of professionalism that they've brought, and the coverage has been really good to watch. The live streams of all the matches, it's been really good.
All right, give us a tip for tonight, Nick. What are you expecting here in the women's game?
Yeah, I guess my tip tonight, I would say, Waverley would be my prediction for the win tonight. I just feel like, they're in form at the moment. They got some, their key players are firing on all cylinders. I believe that the Huskies are going to come out and make a match of it, though. I think this first half in particular is going to be really important. If they're going to be competitive, they've got to be ready to bring it from the get-go.
All right, you've heard it there from Nick Martin, who's in with us for special comments tonight. A slow crowd building in at the moment here at the Kingross Sports Centre. Of course, the Huskies put out a nice little special. If you bought tickets online, Nick, it was $5 to get in. How good's that? It's not often that you get a $5 entry fee if you buy online there. So we're hoping for a big crowd tonight. The crowd should build up as we go along. Of course, the men's game is up next at around 8 o'clock, where that's a very important game, and we'll speak more about that in the men's side of things. But coming out onto the floor here for the Falcons, as I can see here, it's Mocky, then Ernst, and then I'm just trying to sneak through there who the other 3 are there.
Tegan Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham, Donald I see, and then just trying to get one more there, Nick. I'm just trying to...
I believe it's Kelly Bowen.
It's Bowen, okay. So, Bowen, and of course Bowen, a veteran of the league, if we talk Seabull NBL1. And she'll be ready to go lights out here tonight. Shana Thompson, Emma Waller, Alex Finlayson, Taylor Roberts, and it looks like Ellie Collins will be starting for the Huskies tonight. Referees are Phil Till, Nick Draper and Jack Woolcock are refereeing troika for this evening's game as we are just about to get underway here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you might be watching around the country or around the world as we go live here by the NBL YouTube channel and the NBL1 website. And we are underway. Huskies control it to the left of your screen, have controlled the tip, and Thompson will get us underway. Here's Finlayson with the ball now as she looks to take on the ball carrying duties here. Good pressure by the Falcons first up. They're really up and in on him already. Collins looking for that drive as she goes middle. Puts in a pass to Roberts, deflected, and the Huskies will get it back with 7 on the shot. So Collins to restart here. Ball inside to Roberts. Back to Collins. Collins with that little step back. And ball got deflected. And Huskies will get it back again.
I think, something Hobart definitely likes to do is try and establish Taylor Roberts down low. And I think that's, where they've tried to go these last 3 goes at it. And as we speak, she gets the ball again.
So foul's called on Ernst. And, of course, Carly Ernst has had a good season so far. She's been playing really well for the Falcons over the course of this season. Got a really good shout-out on the NBL1 preview show by Tessa Laby and Sarah Blickarbs on the coverage there during the week. So Hobart to restart here now. Finlayson into Roberts. So Roberts, again, good pressure there as Donald is off and running for the Falcons. Nice little move, but rejected by Collins, and the Falcons will get it back. Good transition there by the Falcons. Again, really up and in on the defence early here, Nick. And, trying to make a point here at the moment. Yeah,
I think so. I think they've been ready to, I'm sure they've done their scout, and there we are. Ernst from the corner for free. They love running a little bit of flex action on the end out of bounds play.
So ball back to Ernst as she goes for seconds and makes no mistake about it. She knocks down the triple.
I think that, the Huskies going to have to be ready tonight to match it with Ernst. She's definitely versatile, big, and has done a really good job for Waverley this season.
Roberts inside, makes the baby hook and gets Hobart scoring underway. 3-2 early on here. So Donald bringing it up here for the Falcons. Now back to Ernst. Ernst deciding to go back-to-back triples. Doesn't get used of a friendly roll. Good rebound there by Donald. She's active on the ball. It's Bowen, the veteran, knocks down the mid-range too.
I think you see Sam Donald's, really established herself in the game early. When I was watching them throughout the week, you can see she's definitely a facilitator for them on offense, but I really just like the toughness she brings defensively.
Good pressure there by Cunningham and forces the ball out of bounds as Thompson will restart here for the Huskies. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 5-2's our scoreline. We've played just near 100 seconds in here in term number 1. Good little V-cut there. Ball gets deflected. And a foul's being called. So the foul's being called on Sam Donald there as the Huskies will get it back. So Finlayson restarts. Here's Roberts. Down low. Goes cross-court back to Finlayson. Now to Waller. And that's a foot violation. And again, Hobart will get it back with 14 on the shot.
I think something, I mentioned it earlier, they definitely try and, establish Taylor Roberts down low. I think something that, would benefit them a little bit more is if when they do throw it in there, get some actual movement and post-action. There's a lot of just standing and watching when she does catch it down low.
So Collins with the drive. She's short on that. Ernst with the rebound and Donald off and running. Now gives it to Bowen. Bowen, nice, well, I was going to say nice bounce pass, but unfortunately didn't get to Mocky in the end, and Hobart get it back.
You're too kind there, Ronnie, on that one.
Oh, we try to keep a fair balance here on the NBL1 coverages. Roberts gets it off Collins, and then it was fouled by Bowen, and Taylor Roberts will go to the line for 2. So Roberts at the line here. Is this always a good thing for bigs to try to get to the line early, Nick, and try to see if they can get some confidence? Or is it that first couple of shots they take down low that really get them going?
I think, the key to being a successful big, they say is obviously your ability to rebound, your ability to finish down low, and then your ability to make free throws. So I think, they've established her early. She is probably off to a little bit of a slow start at the moment. So hopefully, for Hobart's sake, she can pick that up.
She misses both on that occasion as Bowen has the ball here now for the Falcons. Now to Cunningham. Cunningham looks to go middle. Good pressure there by Thompson. And the ball goes Donald. Nice pass into Mocky for the 2. Great play there by the Falcons. Just catching Hobart out there on their defence as Thompson comes down the floor here. She looks to go middle and puts up the runner, but then good defensive pressure there by Mocky. And ball got tapped away, and it goes back to Hobart. So Thompson with it now. So wants that on ball, gets it. She caught in 2 minds, Finlayson. Now Collins has to jack it up. And the bank is open on Friday night here, Nick, as Collins banks that one in for 3.
Here we go, Ronnie.
They've got it back within 2, 7-5 as the Falcons want to try it on that buffer, but good pressure there by Waller. Now Roberts is there. Now Thompson with it. The Huskies are off and run. Thompson from Hobart is not there. And then the rebound pulled in by Donald. Good work there. As she comes up the floor now for the Falcons. Good pressure by Thompson once again. Bowen, though, for the 3. Just short. Good rebound by Mocky. Again, Cunningham with a rebound. And Cunningham tells them to slow it down. Now, shot clock was not reset to 14. So the clear opportunity there to stop the game. And Falcons will get it on the side.
I think, obviously Ellie Collins played a lot in the 3 spot this season. Obviously in the 4 spot tonight due to, I guess, the players that they have available. They're all going to have to contribute on the glass tonight. It's going to require more than 2 players in the key way for them to be able to control the glass against a very good rebounding Waverley side.
So ball with Collins here. As she decides to go from downtown and try to go for that back-to-back triple play, but wasn't there. As Bowen brings it down. Now Cunningham for that baseline 2 and gets it to go. So Thompson, now Finlayson. Waller, back to Thompson. Thompson again going middle on that drive. And it was nearly going to say it was a good option, Nick, but it just rolled out as Ernst has the ball here now for the Falcons. And then wanted to wrap that pass in the Mocky, but unfortunately too much spin and went the other way. Hobart to get it back. Greenwood coming in now for Waller. Substitution's been made for the first time tonight.
Yeah, here you go. So I think Greenwood coming in, I think that's going to help them a little bit on the glass, moving Ellie Collins back to the 3 spot.
So Collins goes to Thompson on that cut and then tries to reverse, but she got fouled by Tegan Cunningham, and Thompson will go to the line for 2. So Shana Thompson at the line here. She's had a pretty good season, Nick. She's had a few breakout games, and she's been a product of the BTAS SDP FDP program, and you've seen her a bit over the last couple of years. What do you make of her game?
Yeah, I think it's definitely has always been a really promising junior athlete that we've had come through the programs. She was a little bit before my time, so I was unable to coach her. But definitely has a point of difference in, as far as she's a really good shooter and puts a lot of time and effort into it. Defensively, is probably the area of improvement for her if she really wants to kick on and take her game to another level.
Ernst made the 2 down the other end, and they lead it by 4. 11 plays 7. We're halfway through the first here at the Kingross Sports Centre. I hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you might be watching around the country. Roberts inside. Again, good defensive pressure there by Ernst, but then she gets it back, does go 3rd time, no, rejected, 4th time, 5th time, and gets it to go. Some good energy and work there by Taylor Roberts to stick with that. Meanwhile, down the other end here, Bowen back to Ernst. Good ball movement here as Cunningham goes for 3. That's off, but then Bowen's there to contest a rebound and does a good job as Hobart knocked that one out.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there from the Huskies. I think You know, them getting back in D-trans and finding their matchups is going to be important to take away those early looks for Waverley.
So, Donald to restart. Cunningham. Back to Bowen for 3. Yes. Kelly Bowen with a 3. And now the lead is out to 5. So, Thompson, now Collins. Collins going into Finlayson on the back door, and it was a good option as she gets to 2. We're back to a 3-point ball game.
A little bit of horns flare. I like a bit of horns flare action for Ernst Waverley on offense.
As Donald puts up the 2, Cunningham with a good rebound and retreats out, and Ernst to go for it here, but the pass was never on as Roberts intercepted that one. Collins to bring it down here now as the Huskies are off for running. A few moves there, rejected by Bowen. Great defensive play there. Roberts with a rebound, and it's a jump ball as Bowen and Roberts both had it, claiming to referee Jack Woolcock. So 3:24 remaining here in the first. It's a bit of some good energy so far here from both teams, Nick.
Yeah, I think you know, it's good. Like I mentioned, this is an important quarter for Hobart, and right now they appear to be matching the physicality and ready to go. So hopefully they can keep it up.
So ball with Cunningham, and just messes that one up, and Hobart to get it back. Now substitution being made. Coming out to the floor is Bygate, and Mocky will have a rest. And Emma Waller coming back in. Alex Finlayson having a rest. So Thompson to bring it down. Now Collins. Roberts inside. It goes all the way but misses that one. Ernst with the rebound as she is off and running here for the Falcons. Ernst goes cross-court to Bowen for the 3. Yes! Kelly Bowen with another 3, and she's having a really good first quarter here so far, Nick.
Yeah, I think, you know, Waverley are definitely looking to run at all opportunities. I think, you know, the Huskies got to just be a little bit sharp with their D-trans.
So, yep, you're right.
I was going to say, or else if they're not, then they could be in trouble here.
Yep. So Cunningham misses the 2. Collins with the rebound. Collins now coming down the floor here for the Huskies. Gives it off to Thompson. Thompson working her way through. Good drive there, but couldn't get it done. Bowen there to pick up the scraps and gives it off to Donald. Donald off and running here. Ernst from downtown, just long. Good rebound there by Donald to follow up. Cross court to Bygate. Bygate with the mid-range, rattles out. Roberts should get that one, and does. Greenwood now gives it off to Waller. So Waller bringing it down. We're under 2 minutes to play here. First quarter action in the final round of NBL1 for this season, as Roberts couldn't get it. Good work there by Bygate to deflect that one out. As we have some substitutions coming in now. Kylie McCauley coming in. And we got Miller and Ewan for Waverley there as well too. So Collins to restart. Now ball with Waller. So Greenwood. Oh, nice little give there to Thompson. Thompson finds the open lane and gets the 2.
Yeah, really good seal there by Kylie McCauley down low. I think, you know, it has been tough for Shana so far tonight. Every time she's kind of taken it to the hoop, it's been a little bit crowded. So a really good job there by Kylie to create some space. As
Ernst with a responsible own gets the 2. And the margin's back out to 6 in 19-13. And good interception there by Bowen. And Bowen should get this one to go, and does. And all of a sudden we're out to an 8-point ball game now. 21-13 with just on a minute to play.
I think they can kind of smell some blood, Waverley. A little bit of full court extended pressure after that make. I think they can feel that this is an important last minute here.
So, and again, great pressure by Bowen. Bowen just having a sensational first quarter, and she is really making a statement here so far.
Yeah, I think, they're feeling the moment right now, and I think Hobart's going to have to settle down here for the last 40 seconds and just try and get a little bit of momentum back going into the quarter-time break.
Thompson with the runner, couldn't make it. Then Macaulay got the O board. Back to Thompson. Now back to Macaulay. Macaulay using her body there well, but couldn't get it to go. Greenwood and Bygate were contesting that one. Last touch by Bygate, as Kelly Bowen will get a well-deserved rest, as she has had a great first quarter, Nick. And Carly Ernst will also come off as well too. So 27.5 here remaining in the first. Thompson with it. Gets that on ball from Collins. Now back to Collins on the pick and pop. That's not there. Missed everything. Ball with Ewan now is we are down to the probably final play here of the first.
I think they would be wise to hold it for the last shot here.
So Bygate inside there to Mocky, and then come back out. Good pressure by Collins there to wrap it up against Ewan there. And the Huskies will get it back with 3.8 remaining. So Greenwood looking for an option here. She needs to get it off. Thompson now, Greenwood. Collins to put up a Hail Mary from centre court. That missed everything. And quarter time sees a really good first quarter by the Waverley Falcons. They lead it by 10. It's Waverley 23, Hobart 13. And Nick Martin, what were your thoughts in that first quarter?
Yeah, I think, the first 7 or 8 minutes of that quarter was relatively evenly contested. And then just that last 2 minutes there, Hobart just struggled taking care of the ball in the half court, which created some transition opportunities for Waverley, and then Waverley very quickly turned the momentum completely into their favour, really.
All right. Well, it is quarter time here, and great again, good little crowd building up here as well too. It's been the final home game, and we really want to see a good crowd out. It's been a bit of publicity during the week here, Nick, and what do you make of I suppose the publicity of the game and trying to get bums on seats here?
Yeah, I think we talk about obviously the NBL1 and the branding that they've brought to the league with the revamp this season has been really good. Like I mentioned before, having all the games live streamed, and then I know NBL1, if you follow them on their socials, they're very active, and obviously Hobart Huskies have been really active online as well, and I think it's excellent for the game to have such great publicity, and it really shows all the junior athletes out there that there is a pretty clear pathway, and there are opportunities for you to progress your playing career through competitions such as this.
The thoughts there from Nick Martin as we are just about to get underway here in quarter number 2. And, of course, Waverley leading by 10, 23 to 13. Now, as we've been going along, we're just having some technical issues with our other laptop that gives us statistics throughout the game, and we're just having a bit of trouble popping them up. So for the viewers at home that do see a live stream, you will see it, but on our monitor here, we can't seem to get it up at the moment, unfortunately. So we will
app. If you download that, they have access to all the NBL1 statistics, and I guess as a backup plan, I've just pulled it up now, and obviously really strong quarter by Kelly Bowen with 12 points, Carly Ernst with 7, whereas for Hobart's a bit of a balance of scoring right now, with a couple of players with 3, 2 and 4 points.
There you go. So we've gone mobile here as a foul's being called there. It looks like it was on Thompson. As substitution, Taylor Robbs come back in for Greenwood. Obviously, when you're working in live TV, Nick, we just got to do things on the fly. We've had to whip out the phone to make sure we've got some stats for the people at home that are tuning in. Shout out to the people watching from Waverley. I'm sure you're very happy at the moment with your Falcons, as Cunningham goes to Ernst for that mid-range 2. Not there. Macaulay with the rebound. And Collins to bring this one up here now for the Huskies. Just a minute in here in the second quarter, as Waller has it. Now Collins. Collins looking for that on ball with Macaulay. Now back to Macaulay on a two-man game. Not there. And ball goes out of bounds.
We've got 8 seconds on the shot clock here. I wouldn't be surprised the ball gets into Taylor Roberts down low.
So Thompson with it, and on cue, Nick, you're spot on as the ball gets kicked out though to Macaulay for the three, and I've seen that from time and time again from Kylie Macaulay. She's knocked that one down.
Deep two there, Ronnie, but they'll take it right before the shot clock goes off.
So ball now with Cunningham as she drives all the way, goes over Macaulay as an offensive foul. And it is, as Cunningham will be drawn with a foul there, and Hobart get the ball back.
A few nice plays by Kylie McCoy in her minutes tonight. You know, we mentioned that really good seal she had when she first got on, deep two, and now putting her body on the line, taking the charge.
So Thompson, to bring it down, margin is 8:23.15 is our scoreline here. Waverley in front. If you've just tuned in, I hope you settled in for a Friday night of hoops feast here with the only game on as Roberts misses that one, and now foul has been called. Now, which way is this going to go? It's going to be on the Huskies. It's on Emma Waller, as she's picked up her first foul. And Kelly Bowen looking to check back in here, Nick, as Cunningham comes off.
I think, Hobart hopefully has some good awareness that, after a really good first quarter, Kelly's just stepped back onto the court. So hopefully they're ready to counter that with their defence.
So Ewan with it. Now with Miller. Back to Bowen for the deep two. Not there. Roberts pulls down a good rebound. Thompson has it at mid-court. She's off and running. Has to retreat back. Too many wide jumpers in front of her. Collins puts it to the floor. Good defence there by the Falcons to stop that one. Now Roberts. Back to Collins. And Bowen's gone down. That could be interesting, Nick. And we'll just keep an eye on that as Ewan has it now. And Bowen just limping here a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it. She puts it up and gets the runner to go down. But Kelly Bowen just not feeling too good at the moment.
A little bit gingery out there. Hopefully, for her sake and the team's sake, she'll be okay.
So Waller, now Collins. Bowen back to her feet here. She's moving all right because she makes a good defensive play there. Knocks it out and Hobart to get it back.
I think she's feeling a little bit better already.
Is that, when you're running on pure adrenaline sometimes, is a stop like that a good thing to have?
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes getting the stops, the game stopping is maybe not the best thing.
All right, Collins to restart. 10 on the shot clock here for the Huskies as Roberts puts it to the floor, dumps it into Macaulay. Macaulay and working her way through, but good pressure there by Mocky as Ewan brings it up now here for the Falcons. Ewan, good hands by Waller, but it was done illegally according to the referees, and the Falcons will get it back here on the side as Ernst will come in for a substitution. And she's going to come in for Michaela Miller. So play to restart as Ewan has it.
Look for a Horns flare here, number 9 flaring.
All right. So, nice pass inside. Well called there, Nick, as Mocky gets the 2 off that play.
Yeah, they definitely, they like to come down, play a bit of Horns. They haven't thrown it yet, but they normally look for the throwback pass to the person coming off the flare. But so far, the driving lanes have been open off the initial screen.
So Finlayson here. Now Waller. Waller thinking about it. Puts it to the floor here. They got to get it up now. Shot clock was at 2 when Finlayson got that one up. Ernst gets the rebound over Roberts. And now with Bowen once again. Bowen, little dump pass into Mocky. Couldn't get it go. Second time she got fouled by Collins. And she will go to the line for 2.
I don't know, Ronnie. My feel right now is it's been tough. For Hobart in the half court. I just feel like, maybe I guess the lack of shooting, and hence why Shanna Thompson checking into the game now. Just the lack of shooting is really allowing Waverley to collapse their defence, take away the opportunities for their bigs, and then as soon as they get the stop, Waverley are getting out and they're running.
As a coach, what would be the emotions going through now? If you're in Willie Joseph's position?
I said it at the start of, I guess, the broad over, essentially. Like, are they still going to play the right way? Are they still going to play hard? Are they still going to play together? That's the challenge for them tonight.
So Thompson from downtown is not there. Roberts pulls it in and gets the 2. And just gives a little bit of light there for Hobart. So margin back to 12, 29-17. The Falcons haven't really gone 6th gear yet, as Ernst goes from Huonville and gets it to go. Carly Ernst knocks that one down from deep.
Yep, so that's that Horns flare. That's the first time they've hit the person on the flare, but it is definitely a regular part of that playbook that they run. And when you have players like Carly Ernst out there, you can see why.
Definitely so, Nick. Roberts inside, and she gets fouled, and she will go to the line for 2. As that one is on Mocky. I've also noticed out there too, Nick, Pia Rhodes is out there for the first time tonight. And of course, yes. Pia Rhodes is currently in your SDP program now for the girls.
Yeah, so she's just graduated, actually, Ronnie.
Oh, there you go.
I guess our current cycle, our last cycle finished in end of June, so she's technically now a graduated athlete. So I think Pia's a really good story. Has been through the programs, basically since she was under 12s. Never made a state team or anything like that until just this past year. Made it, in her last year.
Yep.
I guess as a junior, made it as a top age under 18 athlete, and it's a real credit to if you put in the work and continue to take on board coaches' feedback and work on your game, you will be rewarded. So it's awesome to see her get an opportunity out here on the floor tonight.
So Ernst with it now. That's again, it's a good story, Nick. I do agree with you. Locke with it now. Nice pass into Mocky for the mid-range too. A nice little action there by the Falcons, and the lead is back out the 15. They're shooting the ball quite well at the moment too, Nick. 48% from the field, and having a good night out so far. As Finlayson. Now Thompson with a little ball fake, splits 2-2, and it was a good option.
Yeah, good take there, Ronnie. I think. That play, she drives it hard. Obviously, the defense collapsed, but better spacing from her teammates, which, created that opportunity for her.
So Bowen tried to go to Donald, and Donald just bobbled that one, and it went into the front row there. Looked like it went over to Benny Lewis there, who will be in action next up in the men's game. Benny Lewis just taking in some of the women's action before he gets into the change rooms tonight. There's Thompson. Now Finlayson with it. We are just under 4:40 remaining here in the second. Rhodes. Now back to Thompson. So Thompson, thinking about her options here, goes to Collins. Collins puts it to the floor, tries to get one over Bowen. Bowen equal to the challenge. The ball came to Mocky, and Collins made high contact there, and that will go back to Waverley.
A really good defensive pressure there, that last possession by Waverley. You can, that they're onto that scout and, denying the ball to the wing and taking, keeping it out of play like Sean Thompson's hands, and kind of making some other people put it on the floor and do some things that, maybe it's not their strength. So really good adjustments made by Waverley so far.
So Mocky to the line here for 2. And again, they're free for, I'm just thinking they've only been to the line once in this game, as they are clear 100% from the field. Hobart have been to the line 6 times and are at 66% from the free throw. And of course, Waverley have just jumped up to 50% shooting from the field as well too, Nick. So again, what they're executing and what they're running is paying off, and you can tell that by the statistics here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it starts off, they've done a really good job so far getting out and running in transition, and then there's good ball movement, play movement, and they're finding the right shots for the right people in the half court. So if you do that well, then you're going to shoot a pretty good percentage.
So Rhodes now Finlayson in terms of Roberts, and then Thompson on the cut. She appeared to go fouled. Referees did see that way as Cunningham comes down the floor. Ernst once again from deep. It's not there. Roberts pulls it in. Now Thompson has a clear lane, but she has Ernst to take on. But Finlayson in support gets to 2.
Got a little bit lucky there, Hobart. I think, again, D-Trans just got to be a little bit sharper. Leaving Carly Ernst wide open on the 3-point line. She's going to knock down more of them than she's going to miss. So they got a bit lucky there. Ball bounced that way. Good to see them get out in trans.
Cunningham inside. She was fouled by Finlayson, and Cunningham will go to the line for one. So margin is out to 15 here. 3:37 remaining as Cunningham will go to the line for one. And I can see Brad Simmons there and Willie Joseph trying to talk some tactics over. I'll be interested to see what the halftime message might be.
Yeah,
Nick.
I think I haven't yet, which surprises me because when I've watched, a couple of their last games, they do fall back into a bit of a 3-2 zone, and I haven't seen that yet. I wouldn't say I'm a massive advocate for playing too much zone, but I think it can be definitely a handy tool as a bit of a change-up, so wouldn't be surprised if we see that in the second half.
So foul's been called on Bowen after she tried to go for the steal over Thompson, and substitutions being made here now. Looks like Bygate's coming back in. Collins will come in for Pia Rhodes. Spygate comes in for Kelly Bowen there. Again, Kelly Bowen having a good game so far here. So play to restart here, Thompson. Thompson putting it to the floor. Has to retreat out. Then she tries to go baseline, but again, good defence by the Falcons. Donald saves that one. Great hustle there as Cunningham comes down the floor here now. Ernst again from deep. We got a good look at that one, Nick, but that one missed. Greenwood there with the rebound. Thompson down to Collins. Good fast break here by the Huskies, and marching back to 14.
Yeah, I think Carly Ernst obviously missed that one, a minute or two ago, and I don't know, I felt like that one maybe a little bit rushed, but she's a pretty good player.
Cunningham inside, misses, gets her own rebound, and then poor pass, and Thompson picks that one up. Now, the steal from Donald looked clean from our angle, but the referee saw it the other way, as that's the fourth team foul now for Waverley. They've got one. They can't give any more, otherwise the Huskies will go to the line for the rest of the quarter here.
Yeah, and I just think you feel the momentum a little bit now starting to shift back towards Hobart. So important possession coming up here for both sides.
So Collins with it. Want to go that spin move inside. Roberts tried to seal, but Bygate with some good defensive work there as Cunningham comes down the floor now here for the Falcons. Slowing it down a bit, trying to get through something. Now Locke, back to Bygate, in turn to Ernst. Ernst not afraid to put it up. I think the coach here has given license to shoot for her as a foul has been committed, and Locke will go to the line for two.
Yeah, she hasn't, probably isn't shooting as well as what she would, definitely not as well as what she would like. She's shooting at 42% from free so far this season, so I think if you're Hobart, you've got to make some adjustments and stop giving us, clean looks, because second half she's going to knock them down.
Absolutely. And just quickly looking over the team stats, player stats here at the moment for the Falcons. They have 3 players already in double figures. So you talk about moving the ball around really well, and finding those open people. You can tell why. 3 players in double figures. That's a good effort to be in a position like that in the first half, Nick.
Yeah, I think definitely. Give them, and the coaching staff credit. They run some really good stuff, and again, they run stuff to get certain players certain shots, and good things will happen when you do that.
So Thompson back to Roberts here. Roberts now going to Waller. Waller decides to throw it up, and that doesn't go. Donald with the rebound there as Donald is really off and running. She gets a little bump right through that. Ernst puts it to the floor this time, changes up. And it was a good option, and well done there to Carly Ernst.
There you go. I spoke about it at the start of the game. She's definitely a versatile big. First time, she knows she's not shooting it quite as well as what she would like from free, so really good decision there to put it on the floor.
So a missed shot there by the Huskies as Ernst got to now. Throws an NFL-type pass to Miller for the 2 and gets it to go. And the bench is up and about down there for the Waverley Falcons. They are loving it, and I know the men's team there is still watching here. And they are loving it as well too. It's Thompson. Now Greenwood. Collins here. Margin is out to 20, folks. This is not looking good. Roberts inside. Couldn't get it to go. Greenwood with the baby skyhook and gets that one to go. Donald to bring it up here now. Margin back to 18. It's the ball. Now Ernst from Humebill once again, and that's flat. Good rebound by Cunningham. Good hustle and overall determination here, Nick.
Yeah, I think, if you're Hobart, come on, I think you've let an opportunity slip here. You felt like the momentum was kind of pulling back towards them when they got it down to 12 or 14, and then they just haven't quite been able to block out or get the job done as they should. And yeah, Waverley's making the most of that.
Absolutely. Waverley know what they need to do. Their playoff chances are on the line here tonight, and they're certainly making a statement here as far as we want to be in that 8 coming into the finals next weekend. Foul on the play there as Hobart will go to the line. Waverley will go to the line here for 2, and it looks like it's going to be Donald as substitution came in there. Bishop is coming in, and looks like Ewan's going to come back in as well too. So no, Ewan is sub on the free throw shooter there. As Donald will go to the line for 2. This is the first. Donald's, hasn't shown any points on the scoreboard, but 5 rebounds, 2 assists. As she makes the second, so she's got a point. Yeah, Ewan comes in, but she's made a hell of a difference rather than points production.
Yeah, definitely. You look at her season averages, 4.2 points per game, but 5.3 assists per game. That's her game, is being a facilitator, getting her hand in everything, being really tough defensively. So, yeah, she's making a really good impact out there.
So 16 seconds left as the Huskies turn that one over. So last play here, you would think here for the Falcons and for this first half. So we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre as Ewan, now Ernst. Ernst kicks it out to Miller for 3 at the corner and gets it to go. Michaela Miller on the halftime buzzer puts this lead out to 24 points. It is Waverley 51, Hobart 27. And Nick, what did you make of the second quarter and the first half overall?
Yeah, I think, obviously really good
So Bowen's gone down here as we just come back to live just after a slight technical issue. Apologies there for that. And Bowen has just been brought up by her teammates now. She will just gradually come off the court, and she's going off the court by herself, Nick, so it doesn't look too bad there.
Yeah, we hope she's going to be okay. You know, pretty heavy fall there on a rebounding situation, so hopefully she's going to be all right.
All right, play to restart. Meanwhile, Waverley did score while we were just out in that little outage there. It's the ball now here with Mocky. Mocky looking to go inside, but couldn't. Now gives off to Cunningham. Cunningham finds open lane to Bygate, who missed everything, but then Mocky is there to clean up on the O-boards and gets it to go.
I think that's, you know, something that really hurt them in the first half. The Huskies, they got to do a better job on the glass. Find a body, make a hit, keep them off the glass.
So ball goes inside to Collins. Collins puts up the tough turnaround and gets the use of a friendly roll.
So a little bit of, I guess, inverted action there. Normally in the first half they had Taylor Roberts down low trying to steal and kind of flip her and Ellie Collins position-wise, and good things happen.
So Donald inside to Mocky, and Mocky, nice little move inside and gets the 2 to go. So marching out to 26 here, 57-31 in favour of Waverley. 2 minutes in, quarter number 3. As Collins goes inside to Roberts. Roberts kicks it out. Collins from downtown. 2 pieces of the rim without success. And then a miscommunication there by Mocky and Cunningham. We'll see the Huskies get this one back.
Yeah, you know, I like that. I think Hobart, you know, had a really good offensive possession before. They basically come down, run the exact same play, but just, again, flip players position-wise and catch defence off guard, and, you know, had a pretty good look there.
Oh, rejected there by Donald as Roberts went to put that one up. Ball straight down the upper end as Cunningham nearly finished that one off. Now with Mocky on the reverse and gets it to go. And we're out to a 28-point ball game. And this is not looking good. Hobart have suffered some big defeats over the last couple of weeks. They do not want a similar thing happening tonight in their final stance.
I think there's definitely some danger signs here. I think their body language isn't quite what you would hope after, you know, halftime break. They definitely just seem to be a little bit flat at the moment.
So Thompson put up the 3 and missed that one as the Falcons come down here through Donald. And Donald all of a sudden now to Mocky. Mocky at the free throw. Mocky to put it on the floor. Finlayson with some good defense there. Waller is off and running here for the Huskies. Has to slow down. Goes cross-court to Collins, but Ernst was able to deflect that one out. 6:44 remaining here. As the Huskies will restart. 17 on the shot clock here. Thompson putting it to the floor. Nearly gets a double team. Has to kick it out. Ernst there once again. Good presence. Collins with the up and under. She got fouled and will go to the line for 2. But again, Nick, Ernst there just with some good defensive presence there in those last couple of possessions.
Yeah, you know, I think she definitely, 196 centimetres tall, you know, has some really good size. And the thing that, you know, impresses me most about her game is her ability to move. She has really good agility and, yeah, pretty impressive player.
My word, she's been around for a while, fair to say. And she, again, you could nearly call her a bit of a vet of the league as she's played a good WNBL experience, European experience, and now playing with Waverley, which is really good to see. And, of course, shout out to all the Waverley people watching from your hometown. You must be very happy with your Falcons so far as Bygate puts up the tough hook. That one got a nice roll into the hoop, and the margin back out to 29 here. 61-32 as Roberts at the elbow. On Waller there off a little bit of a curl. Waller has to kind of get away out of it. Now Collins. Collins with some moves going all the way, but then good defense by Ernst, and the Falcons will get it back after Collins has threw that one out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, again, we spoke about it just the play before. Carly Ernst does a really good job there, you know, keeping the ball in front, containing after closing out the shooter. So, yeah, really impressive to see that versatility on defense.
So Donald bringing it down here for the Falcons. Now Cunningham. Back to Ernst there. Ernst looking inside to Mocky. Mocky splits for a couple. And too long, according to the referee. Now, it's a rare call that we do see, Nick, and you and me, both former referees ourselves, back some time ago.
Let's keep that quiet, Ronnie. Don't need too many people knowing that I used to officiate.
All right, we'll keep that on the down low.
Yeah,
All right, fair enough. We'll move on. Waller here with the ball as she looks to give it off to Collins. Collins inside to Roberts. Roberts with the turnaround. Jay is not there. Good rebound by Cunningham as the Falcons come down the floor. 2-on-1 fast break here as Mocky has to retreat out. Puts on a little move. Again, good pressure by Thompson, but she did foul. And the Falcons to get it back.
Yeah, I think Waverley, I guess the adjustment I've noticed that they
So Collins knocks down the three. And 61-35 is our scoreline here as Donald brings it down the floor here for the Falcons. It's Donald goes to Bygate. Bygate wanting to look inside. Now does. Cunningham at the elbow. Cunningham forces it up just off. Thompson there for a rebound but couldn't reel it in. Last touch by Bygate and Hobart to get it back. So Waller to bring it down. We're 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Thompson. Some good pressure here by Cunningham. Really up and in. Collins now wanting to go to McCauley, but Bygate equal to the challenge there. Donald, now Ernst to Mocky for the two. Couldn't get that one to go. Good fight there by Bygate. Cunningham on the third attempt. Couldn't get it to go. She got fouled and will go to the line for two.
I think the concerning signs for me, Ronnie, just in trans, there's definitely one or two players getting back, don't get me wrong, but, you see multiple players just kind of casually jogging behind the ball, and then, shot goes up there and just wasn't, there's not quite the
So an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on the Huskies as Cunningham will knock down the first. You have 2:23 remaining, 66-35 is our scoreline. As she misses the second.
I think you saw a little bit of frustration come out of the Huskies that last possession. You know, Tegan Cunningham's been really up and active defensively and has done a really good job. And, you know, Shana just a little bit frustrated there. Hasn't probably got the time and space that she would like on offense so far this game. And, yeah, got a little bit frustrated.
So the ball here with Bishop. Now back to Ewan. Now Bishop puts it to the floor, kicks it out to Bygate. Bygate needs to put it up on the shot clock buzzer and gets to the go. Great shot there by Jess Bygate. So ball here with Greenwood. Now inside to Macaulay. Macaulay kicks it out. Roberts then Waller and gets it to go down. Nice movement there by the Huskies. So Ewan with the NFL type pass, and of course it's the light blue lines here at the Kingross Sports Centre. If you are a little bit confused with the lines here on our coverage, the light blue lines, Nick, is the end court there. So looks like Bandasag is looking to come back, looking to come in as well as the ball gets deflected there by Mygate. And Cunningham now with the ball. She comes down the floor here. Now, all of a sudden, it was Ewan for three. That wasn't there. Greenwood couldn't reel it in, and we'll go back to the Falcons as Bandasag is in for Cunningham.
Yeah, they've gone the last two possessions in the half court. The Huskies gone to a 2-3 zone. They set up in it here now in the end out of bounds play. So a little bit of an adjustment made here by Coach Willie Joseph.
See what kind of impact that has as a travel's being called as Bandasag got some happy feet syndrome there and took one too many. So a minute 15 remaining, 68-37 is our scoreline. As Waller will come down the floor now here for the Huskies. And a poor pass there, sees it out to the opposition fans, and the Falcons will get it back. So Ewan, she brings it down. Ball with Bishop, then Locke, back to Bandasag. Tries to bowl that one around and lost control of it, and the Huskies will get it back here. Under a minute remaining now. There's Waller. Looks at her options. Wants to go inside the right. So Thompson at the line for 2 after she got fouled. And substitution being made. Now they're going to wave off the first one because the substitution had to come on the floor first before anything else. So Pia Rhodes is back in. As Josie Greenwood will get a rest. Thompson will get 2 more free throws here. And she knocks that one down. So hopefully Thompson will get this one. Now we're having some technical issues. We do apologise for that, but hopefully we're back up and running now, folks. So if you can hear us, good to know. If not, we'll keep it on with the action here as Miller with it. Now Bishop in terms of Ewan. Now back to Miller here as Miller runs the full range of the key there. Bishop goes exploring, try to dump it in, not there. Thompson able to pull it off, and Thompson off and running. One-on-one with Locke here. Locke doing a really good job here with the defensive pressure. Collins inside to Roberts. Roberts dump pass into Macaulay. Macaulay couldn't get it to go. And it looked like Bandersag is wanting Falcon of the Year because that come off her head there, Nick, and Hobart to get it back.
Yeah. Put nobody on the line, Ronnie. That's what she's doing.
That's what we want to see here in the final round of NBL1. Round 15 of the NBL1 is here in town tonight as Macaulay, well, she clearly pushed Ewan away there, and a very clear offensive foul. Obviously the intent was there, Nick, but yeah, just not done the right way.
Yeah, I think, again, they've had a big emphasis tonight, Hobart, of trying to get deep seals down low, and Waverley's done a really good job of fighting and fronting the post and kind of taking away those opportunities. So Macaulay kind of took it upon herself to try and create a little bit extra space. Miller
knocks down the 3, and this game's still out of the 28-point ball game. 78-50 is our scoreline here as we are under 4.5 here in the last quarter as Collins goes to work over Bishop and gets it to go.
So I think you see, Hobart's running back and they're just sitting in a 2-free zone now. I think this is the thing I spoke about a little bit earlier. I don't mind zone defense as a little bit of a change-up, but you can't just sit in it because they basically, since halfway through the third quarter, that's all they're in now. It's just a 2-free zone, so it becomes really easy for the offense to be able to, dissect the zone and move the ball and find really good opportunities. So you don't want to stay in a zone too long, or else it becomes quite easy for the offense, really.
It can be, Nick. It definitely can be. As the ball goes out of bounds and Hobart to get it back. Macaulay's going to have a breather and Greenwood will have a rest here. So Rhodes to inbound it. Now Thompson to bring it up. 3 and a bit to go here in the last as Collins gets an open lane and goes baseline for a 2. So 54-80. 26 is the margin as Miller goes for 3. And why not? Michaela Miller with a 3-pointer.
I wouldn't mind to see a little bit of a change up here by Coach Willie Joseph. I just think Waverley's just kind of having their way at the moment against this zone.
So Miller. Now Bishop for the mid-range 2 and gets to the go. And a towel waving happening on the Waverley bench. They're up and about. Very happy crew there. They'll take on Launceston tomorrow night at the Elfin Sports Centre as Collins goes inside, puts up a tough shot. That looks like it's going to be on Ewan. It is. She goes to the line for 2. Eliza Vanderkamp will be coming in for the first time tonight as she comes in for Taylor Roberts. Now, Eliza Vanderkamp, also another product of the SDP program, Nick. And again, you must be happy to see Eliza out here on the floor as she's still currently one of your athletes, correct?
Yeah, she is. I think she's had 2 years now in our SDP program. She's was reserve with the under 16 state team. The state teams went away, and the girls did really well at nationals, and came 8th at that tournament, which was one of the better results for a girls group at under 16s in recent years. So Liza played a part in their prep, and good to see her get an opportunity here, and in the dying minutes of this game.
So Thompson gets that on-ball screen from Vanderkamp. Now Rhodes with it. Rhodes puts it to the floor, tries to go inside the Greenwood. Not a bad option. Will make it a good option in the end as Greenwood gets the 2 to go. So Ewan to bring it down here. She puts on some moves, kicks it out to Bandasag, just long. Greenwood with the rebound. Now to Collins. Collins off and running, looking for some support here. Collins doesn't need it. Rejected by Bandasag. So Huskies to restart here. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the last quarter. As we come to you from the Kingross Sports Centre. 15-minute drive out of Hobart. Ball inside the Vanderkamp, and Vanderkamp gets the foul on Bishop, and young Vanderkamp will go to the line for 2. So Vanderkamp at the line. I can tell you that her dad was a former Hobart Chargers player back in the old CBA Siebel days, and was a development player with the Hobart Tassie Devils back when they were in the NBL in the 90s. As Vanderkamp knocks down the free throw, and great to see another Vanderkamp running around on the court here so many years later. I'm sure it's a proud family moment, as I know Mum and Dad are in the crowd watching tonight. Ball now with Miller. Now to Bishop here at the corner. So we're just on near 100 seconds to play here, term number 4. Ewan now back to Miller for 3 and gets it to go. Michaela Miller has been hot from 3 in this quarter.
Yeah, Ronnie, I think Waverley's definitely going to get a lot of confidence from tonight's game, and what tonight's win will 7 in a row for them. So I'm sure the Tawns and their players and their coaching staff are watching tonight's game and preparing for tomorrow night's matchup. Just still, again, just like this game has been for Hobart, it's going to be a good test for the young Tawns group to see how they want to finish their season off. So looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. You can catch them tomorrow night on the NBL YouTube channel as Locke gets fouled. That'll be on Vanderkamp. You can hear the voices of David Moore and Scott Brown. There they head up the Launceston coverage, so do tune in tomorrow night, as yes, the Falcons will need to probably get another win just to make sure that 8th spot is theirs, as Locke makes the first. It's an interesting way to finish off the final round here of NBL1, Nick, as many teams are fighting for some of those lower spots in the 8. So it's a nice round to have, because it's very intriguing with some of the games coming up this weekend. Yeah,
and I think that's the really interesting thing about the NBL1 competition. You've got 20 teams in it, and there's definitely, and particularly on the men's side, and we'll talk about that in a second, there's a bit of a logjam at the moment, so which is good. It makes for some really important games in the last round for a lot of teams.
Yes, you're certainly spot on there. Now, Rhodes hit a mini jumper down the other end. Meanwhile, Ewan for 3. Not there. Bandasag with a good rebound. Locke there to bring in the seconds. She got fouled by Greenwood, and Locke will go to the line for 2. So, what a interesting NBL1 season it has been. It's been so, if we talk about the women's competition, it's been so even throughout. If you take away some of the top teams, I think then the rest of the teams are pretty even, Nick. And there's been some really good games this year to watch.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I think women's basketball is definitely in a really good spot at the moment in Australia, and obviously the Opals are always, as they have been, basically forever, right up there in world rankings. And WNBL competition is one of the best competitions going around. So, and a lot of those players obviously play in this competition here. So it's really good to see quality women's basketball.
And Miller makes the 2 on the layup. And that will round us out here as Thompson puts up a Hail Mary and not there. Full time here at the Kingborough Sports Centre sees Waverley win this one by quite a bit in the end. 34 was our margin, 97 to 63. And Nick, obviously a great win for Waverley, but for Hobart, could it have been better? Let's hear your thoughts as we wrap this one up.
Yeah, I think for Hobart it has. I don't think there's any disputing it. I know Willie Joseph has mentioned it in some press conferences and stuff that he's had. That it has been a disappointing season for them. Definitely on paper when they're healthy is a playoff caliber team, and I think tonight I thought they started the game with pretty good intent to compete and play the right way, and a little bit disappointing to see as the game kind of went on. I thought just that urgency defensively more than anything dropped off, and I think a good learning season, I'm sure, for the Hobart Huskies women's side, and I'm sure they'll look back at this and take a lot of things away from it, and will hopefully be able to build for years to come on what they've learnt this year.
All right, the thoughts there from Nick Martin. Great to have Nick with us tonight. He'll be sticking with us in the men's game, and that is going to be underway here in about half an hour's time here as we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre. So till then, we're back on air at 7:55. So on behalf of Nick Martin, I'm Ron Riggs. This has been NBL1 women's coverage done for this evening. Stay tuned for the men as we come back to air at around about 7:55 p.m.